All right, boys and girls, we started on Mummies in the Morning yesterday. Today we're going to read chapter 2. Oh man, mummies! Jack and Annie looked out the window. The treehouse was perched on top of a palm tree. The tree stood with other palm trees, a patch of green surrounded by a sandy desert. Meow! Jack and Annie looked down. The black cat was sitting at the base of the tree. His yellow eyes were staring up at Jack and Annie. Hi! Annie shouted. Shh! Someone might hear you, Jack said. In the middle of the desert, sorry about that, I missed my voice, Annie said. The black cat stood and began walking around. Come back, Annie called. She leaned out the window to see where the cat was going. Oh, wow, she said. Look, Jack. Jack leaned forward and looked down. The cat was running away from the palm trees toward the giant pyramid in the desert. A parade was going towards the pyramid, the same parade as in the Egyptian book. It's the picture from the book, said Jack. What are those people doing? Annie asked. Jack looked down at the Egypt book. He read the words under the picture. When a royal person died, a grand funeral procession took place. Family, servant, and mourners followed the coffin. The coffin was called a sarcophagus. It was pulled on a sleigh by 4 oxen. So ox are the cows with the horns. A servant is somebody who waits on you. And mourners are people who are sad that you passed away. And of course, you know what a family is. And a procession is like a following. And a sarcophagus is basically what they, like a, what do they call those? I can't think of what it's called. Anyway, it's what they bury you in. Now, a coffin. So it's like a coffin, which we said. Sorry. It's an Egyptian funeral, said Jack. The box is called a oh, forget it. He looked out the window again. Oxen, sled, Egyptians, black cat, all were moving in a slow, dreamy way. I'd better make some notes about this, said Jack. He reached into his backpack and pulled out his notebook. Jack always kept notes. Wait, said Jack, and he wrote, coffin called sarcophagus. We'd better hurry, said Annie, if we want to see the mummy. She started down the rope ladder. Jack looked up from his notebook. Mummy, he said. There's probably a mummy in that gold box, Annie called up. We're in ancient Egypt, remember? Jack loved mummies. He put down his pencil. Goodbye, Jack, called Annie. Wait, Jack called. Mummies, shouted Annie. Oh, man, Jack said weakly. Mummies. She sure knew how to get him. Jack shoved his notebook and the Egypt book into his backpack. Then he started down the ladder. When he got to the ground, he and Annie took off across the sand. But as they ran, a strange thing happened. The closer they got to the parade, the harder it was to see it. Then suddenly it was gone. The strange parade had disappeared, vanished. But the great stone pyramid was still there, towering above them. Panting, Jack looked around. What had happened? Where were the people, the oxen, the gold box, the cat? They're gone, said Annie. Where did they go? Said Jack. Maybe they were ghosts, said Annie. Don't be silly. There's no such thing as ghosts, said Jack. It must have been a mirage. A what? Mirage. It happens in the desert all the time, said Jack. It looks like something's there, but it turns out to be sunlight reflecting through the heat. How could sunlight look like people in a mummy box and a bunch of cows, said Annie. Jack frowned. Ghosts, she said. No way, Jack said. Look, Annie pointed at the pyramid. Near the base was a sleek black cat. He was standing alone. He was staring at Jack and Annie. He's no mirage, said Annie. The cat started to slink away. He walked along the base of the pyramid and slid around the corner. Where's he going? Said Jack. Let's find out. They dashed around the corner just in time to see the cat disappear through the hole in the pyramid. Sounds kind of fishy to me. So there was a group of people following a coffin, and then they were gone. I'm a little weirded out right now, boys and girls. Chapter 3 is called It's Alive. I'm a little scared about what It's Alive is about. So tomorrow we'll get chapter 3. I hope you guys enjoy this. Have a wonderful day. Peace. Love you.